This is a CBNnews.com update. I'm Gary Lane. The U.S. Supreme Court says Americans have the right to own guns. In a landmark 5-4 decision, the court struck down the District of Columbia's ban on handguns. They say the ban is incompatible with the Second Amendment and that Americans can own guns for self-defense and hunting. It was the first major announcement on gun rights in U.S. history. And just yesterday, the court narrowly voted 5-4 to ban the death penalty for child rapists. But many in the government are condemning that decision. In Sam Alito's dissenting remarks, he wrote, "Many Americans view child rapists as the epitome of moral depravity." The Bush administration is lifting some trade sanctions against North Korea and moving to take it off the U.S. list of state sponsors of terror. North Korea handed over a long-awaited list of its nuclear work to Chinese officials today, and that's a key step in the North's move toward denuclearization. In exchange, the U.S. will fulfill its promise to erase some trade sanctions, but the U.S. says North Korea still has more work to do to end its isolation from the world. Will Christians sit out the presidential campaign this fall? If they do, John McCain will probably go back to his job in the Senate. Conservative Christians helped President Bush get reelected in 2004 by their aggressive work in the swing states. However, McCain's campaign has yet to fully embrace these men and women of faith, and evangelicals have been slow to fully give their support to the presumptive Republican presidential nominee. Meanwhile, Barack Obama is aggressively trying to reach out to evangelicals. His campaign has held more than 200 American values forums around the country. These forums will soon be followed by small group meetings and town halls targeting young Catholics and young evangelicals. For more on this story, click on our homepage at CBNnews.com. Millions of young Americans strapped for cash are piling more debt onto their credit cards. Lawmakers in Washington are planning to look into credit card companies today and their practice of luring in college students with special offers. Student loan giant Nellie Mae says more than 75% of undergrads have credit cards. More than 40% have 4 or more. Most students carry a balance of over $2,000, and some experts say credit card debt like the home mortgage crisis could be the next bubble to burst. In other news, Spain is one step closer to being the first country to extend rights to apes. The parliament approved a resolution giving chimps, monkeys, and other apes some of the fundamental rights granted to humans. The resolution wouldn't give primates all the same rights as humans, but it would place them under the guardianship of the state. The resolution is expected to soon become law. One Catholic archbishop in Spain says it's ridiculous the government would give rights to apes, but not to unborn children. And finally, want something new for your morning commute? Before, you only had the option of talking on your cell phone or listening to music or the radio while spending your time in traffic. Well, this fall, a Detroit car maker will add Wi-Fi to all of its vehicles. Chrysler says all of its 2009 models will be equipped with Wi-Fi for easy connection to the internet. Some highway experts say all these entertainment devices in cars could become a major safety problem. Well, coming up later today on CBN's Newswatch, the latest decisions from the U.S. Supreme Court, and take an inside look at the persecuted church in North Korea and the major revival that took place just 100 years ago. Check your local listings or watch the newscast streamed here online at 4 p.m. Eastern. And for more news around the world 24/7, stay with CBNnews.com.